All right, so now I think I want to explain direct selling to us. Now, from the word direct and selling, I believe you get something about it. So now, I think let me put it this way, so you can really get to see it right. So, what is direct selling? This is a business model, a modernized, a digitalized business model in which the customer is in direct contact with the producer. Now, this is what we mean, or this is what I mean. Remember, our topic is direct selling. Sorry for that. I'm just too fast. Okay. So let's take for example, this is a producer. Let's label him P, and this is you, the consumer, right? The consumer can be anyone. I think you get it. This is a producer. Now, for this goods, let's say it produces phone, the iPhone. I don't know which one you're using, but let's just say iPhone 11, and you wish to purchase iPhone 11, and I've presented this business, and someone just tells that, "Hey, you know what? This iPhone 11, you might want to purchase this phone." Or no, let me use something that we're more familiar to. Let's talk about the Baudix here. You want to purchase the Baudix, you see, and someone has introduced the opportunity to you. What do you need to do? Now, before we get into that, let's understand what I mean by a traditional marketing system, where you get into the market to purchase a product. Now, many of us don't know. All we know about the traditional marketing system is that you have the wholesaler, you have the retailer, and the final consumer, right? But that is not necessarily how it works. Let's say you want to purchase a phone. Yeah, let me just leave it at that. Now, many of us have never known that there are people that we call the advertisers. So you have people who call the advertiser, you have the wholesalers, you have transportation, wholesaler, retailer, then final consumer. So this is what I mean. Now let's say you want to buy a phone and you move to the market. Maybe you go to a techno shop and you purchase a techno phone from there. This is the part the techno phone passes before it reaches you. So now we have an advertiser. Let's label him A. That advertiser, maybe his name is Mr. Leo. I think we are more familiar to Mr. Leo, the guy who advertises the techno phones, right? All right. So they might move up to Mr. Leo and say, Mr. Leo is like that. We want you to advertise our phones. But there's one thing we need to know is that production price of the techno phone is always 40%. So let's just say 40% is 40,000 francs, right? 40k, 40,000 francs. Now, when they move up to Mr. Leo, or no, let me use myself. When they move up to Praise, now they'll say, Praise, we want you to advertise our phones. Maybe because you have an audience. And then you said, okay, you give me 30% or for every phone that is 30,000. See, this is a step. So now you might move up to a shop. All he needs to do is he takes up a phone and maybe he's in his living room drinking tea, maybe with his nightwear. These guys get funny at times. And then he says something like, oh, I use the techno phone, buy the techno phone is good. And people are scrambling for the phone in the market. So that's basically how advertisement works. Alright, now let's move to the next part.